Guess what today is? It's Sunday, so we got a Sunday Q&A going on. I am actually cruising downtown, and there's like this huge fire, so I'm gonna check it out. It looks like the mall's on fire. I think the mall is on fire. Dang! Yeah, the mall is burning to the ground. I'm gonna check it out. Oh, I think I got in the wrong lane. Let's look at this fire going on over here. Look at it. Can I zoom in? Oh yeah. Oh, I'm not a good zoomer. Mall's on fire. I got in the wrong lane. I'm in this lane. But yeah, let me finish driving. Getting distracted. There's a lot of traffic. People are doing weird stuff. And I'm trying to do a live stream. Makes sense, right? Let's see. What is on fire? I'm intrigued now. I want to see what it is. It's not the mall. It's something. I think it's, what is on fire? I'm gonna go this way. We're going crazy. That is a big old fire. Now I need to do some crazy sketchy stuff right here. Like this. Dang, that big fire. Look at that fire go. This is the fire channel, or the news. News at 5 or whatever time it is in your state. But we got a fire going on, and I'm checking it out. Actually, there's too many people over here. You can't see it. Target's in the way. It must be the river. There must have been a homeless camp. So what the police do and the fire department does is they find like these homeless camps with a bunch of like everybody's like methed out and heroined out, and what they do is they just light them on fire. Damn, that's huge. That is a big fire. So I think I'm gonna go around though. I thought the mall parking lot was the ideal spot for this, but I was wrong. Go right. You're not going that way. All right. Driving in parking lots is like the worst, especially mall parking lots. I was actually hoping the mall was burning down because they'd actually would have had to rebuild something like nicer. But yeah, this is, God, come on, Amazon. Ripping my truck. All right, so now we're in like this Chinese restaurant's parking lot. And you can't see anything because there's trees. So, unfortunately, you can't see the fire that well, which was kind of a waste to drive all the way over here to see it. But they're probably putting it out now. So, what the, I haven't read any the comments yet or anything, but what the police and fire department, they do is they find these homeless camps there, and the people like methed out and everything. And what they do, instead of like trying to vacate them, is they just light them on fire. And after they like burn them to the ground, then there's nothing left. So the homeless have to kind of disperse and figure out what they're going to do because all their stuff's burnt down, which is kind of a good idea, except sometimes the fires kind of get out of control and everything. So we have like this huge fire. I think this camera's dirty. And yeah, so now we're done with the fire, I guess. It's actually coming this way. We might be in a good spot to see the fire in a second. But let's see what you guys are saying. What's up? Hello from Norway. What's up? What's up? Gonna go watch. What up from Sacramento? What up? Are you still friends with Trevor? Yeah. Must be a fire sale. Hell yeah. Let's see. Dave, when will there be more truck mods? I don't know. When somebody sends me some free stuff like everybody else. I mean, I don't get dick. Dual U-turn, the best. Someone's new mixtape, live action. They burn the homeless. Where have I been for the last 2 weeks? I think it's only been a week. I was, oh shit. So I was doing the dailies, and then people were getting mad at the dailies, I guess. So I stopped doing the dailies because they were getting mad at me. They're saying that they sucked. So, and then I've been working on the FC exhaust for pretty much a week. It was kind of a pain because the whole Y situation, I've never done a dual exhaust, and it was just that extra little bit of stuff to do was like that much longer. It took me like 10 times as long. So I think if I ever do a dual exhaust again, I'll do it from the front to the back. Going from the back to the front in my mind was a good idea until I actually did it. So I do like how the exhaust came out because it came out extremely nice, but it did take a long time to get it to be nice. There's a few things that I would like to change on it, and I should be, the video should be out tomorrow. I'm not sure if I want to put a few little more things in there. I might put it out tomorrow or Tuesday. But oh, here's the fire. Oh shit, yeah, the wind's blowing this way. Oh yeah, we're gonna see the fire in a little bit. And I like fires. They're cool. But yeah, so I mean the whole aspect of doing the FC exhaust, it was a good idea, but in the end of the day, it was just it was a kind of a pain because I don't have a lift. So I was doing everything on jack stands on the floor, and I don't have the welder that I have doesn't have a hand control, so I'm like using my leg, and it was just really awkward. So I think it would have been a lot faster if I did it from the front to the back, and then also if I would have had a lift, it would have been a lot faster. I could have stood on their car. It would have been easier to hold stuff, tack stuff, and all that stuff. So, but it is done, and I really do enjoy driving the car now. You'll see that in the video. It's I drove it around for pretty much, you know, I think 4 hours yesterday, just cruising it around town and kind of enjoying it. The suspension still is pretty garbage, but I will have that resolved shortly. So I don't know. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see. Watch me all the time. Hell yeah. Hello from the Netherlands. What's going on? Dailies are tight. Hell yeah. Why is this camera being weird? Quit doing that. What's going on here? Why is my camera being weird? The camera is like, I don't know. It's all fuzzy. What the hell? I'm fuzzy, guys. There might be good streaming quality, but fuzzy. Get out of here. There's a try where people getting mad at the dailies. I like them. I guess people were here. Let me try to clean this camera. This is like bothering me. I don't know why it's doing that. There we go. I don't know why people were mad at the dailies. A few people were saying that they were, they're kind of crappy because the quality and I didn't work that much on stuff. And it's definitely difficult to work on stuff, make a video, edit the video, kind of try to make it interesting and everything. So I I really liked the aspect of the dailies just because the fact that YouTube, I'm pretty much paying for everything. I don't have a job. I really don't have any source of income right now. So every bit of content that I'm making, all the parts I'm buying from the cars, obviously it is awesome that I could do that. But at the end of the day, I would like to be able to do the builds and stuff like other YouTubers and be able to actually support the builds from YouTube and kind of be able to live on, so I wouldn't have to worry so much about getting a job. I have been looking. I do have a prospect that should be starting at the beginning of the year. I'm not sure if it's going to happen or not. You know how jobs are. They say one thing and then it's 2 months away. So who knows? Companies, big corporations always hire at the beginning of the year regardless. But, we'll see what goes on with that. I would like to do YouTube full time. I would like to actually, I feel like the more I make from YouTube, I right now I'm making like $800 a month, which is kind of a joke because I'm putting in, the FC exhaust was all the pieces to do that. I'd have to look at it, but I'm pretty sure that I have, I'd say $300 to $400 in materials to do the exhaust. So obviously that $800 doesn't cover the materials to do an FC video and shop rent, which is shop rent $600. The exhaust was X amount of dollars. The time was X amount of dollars. And one video for the FC maybe will make me $50. So it's a kind of a wash. The thing I like about dailies, it's nice because you consistently make a little bit every day. Even if it's like $20 a day or something, it helps. And then obviously the amounts progress as you get more people that watch the videos. So I do like the aspects of dailies, but I don't want them to, I don't want the dailies to affect how people kind of view how I work, because if I wasn't doing dailies, I could do really nice videos, which at the end of the day, most people on YouTube that people are watching are just putting out garbage videos anyway. So, I don't hold myself to a higher standard in video quality, but you just have to understand that it takes so much effort to film, edit, and upload the videos to, like, people expect, I don't know, it's just that this weird thing where people expect you to make free videos, but then I have this one guy saying, well, I just skipped through your videos because I don't want you to get any ad revenue. Well, then don't watch my channel. It's just one of those things, like, just because you're like, you could do it too. Like, anybody that watches my channel can do YouTube, but the fact about it is, if you're doing YouTube, you'll see that you put in mass hours. The person that I think puts in the most time in YouTube, which is kind of disappointing because I don't know, it's just, I'm not going to say his name, but it's a big YouTuber. It's just funny because he puts in a bunch of money, bunch of time. He's always stressed about it, and it's just his channel is just kind of going down the drain because he's doing the wrong thing. But I just like to do cool stuff. I don't want to do 100% car stuff, as you guys have heard me say before. I don't want to be BS for build, just building cars in my garage all the time. I would like to do some cool, um, stuff. I want to kind of daily stuff, like I've said before in multiple videos. But you know, I mean, we'll see. As it is, you guys, I'm glad that I get the support I do. I mean, it's surprising that I actually do. If I do dailies, I was getting like 5,000 views a video, which I do really appreciate, and that's awesome to actually have 5,000 people that will watch my videos continuously, and not really what I put out and just want to kind of be along for the experience. But let's see. I've been kind of babbling, so let's see. Ahead. No helix in the US. Nope. Every second day. So that's kind of what I was trying to do, but then the FC exhaust and the Hellcat stuff just kind of got out of a kind of, I don't know. It was just, the FC exhaust was kind of overwhelming, even though it wasn't exhaust. It just took a lot of time, and it was really hard to. I didn't want to put. I wanted to do one FC video, and that's another issue, is trying to do dailies, but try to make good, certain videos good, because I don't want to just Hellcat. I don't want to just put out a daily video and have Hellcat content in it, because it wouldn't make sense, because I already have a build series on the Hellcat. The same thing with the FC. The FC, I didn't want to. I feel like those videos do better as an actual episode. The Hellcat, I don't think so. They literally make nothing. It's crazy. The car's so expensive. Everybody else's Hellcat videos just kill, and I'm over here with like my videos get like 10,000 views. I don't understand it. So who knows? Let's see. Hi from the UK. What up? Found a twin to my Hellcat. I mean, you can DM me on Instagram. Colorado Springs, what's up? Texas. Here before a million subs. I mean, a million subs would be tight, but I don't know. I just don't know. I think if I had a million subscribers, so let's put this in perspective. If I had, let's say, if I had 500,000 subscribers and I was getting the revenue most YouTubers are getting at 500,000 subscribers, I would be doing crazy stuff. And I mean, I wouldn't just be doing, it's interesting. So I have seen multiple YouTubers do it. I mean, I do understand that they have to support themselves, but they also get into this weird thing where I don't think, I'm pretty sure, we could come back to this video, somebody could quote me on this later, but if I had 500,000 subs and I was making, let's say, I don't know, 500,000 subs, I think makes like, it depends on your video views, but like 20 grand a month, which is crazy. I would be pretty much doing stuff like Mr. Beast. I mean, I would still be doing car stuff, but I'd be doing car stuff with my friends. I mean, I wouldn't be, I'd be like, I mean, it's just one of those things. Like, you could do stuff because of videos, and a lot of people that are like do have big channels because of other people that already have big channels, and they kind of just like piggybacked off of them, and then those people complain about those other people because they want them to help them or something weird. I mean, I've heard so much stuff. I could like make a documentary on YouTubers and just be like, well, this is what happens behind the scenes, but that's not who I am. So The yeah, I mean, I'd be doing cool stuff with my friends all the time. I literally see people and they're just like, oh well, you owe me this. It's just crazy. So yeah, hopefully one day I get there and I can bring some of my friends along with me. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's you don't want to do it by yourself. I mean, I do enjoy working on cars, but it's always funner when I have friends there, like Nate or my friend Billy or anybody. So it's one of those things. It's a lot more enjoyable doing stuff together than by yourself, and eventually, hopefully, I get to that point and I can do stuff like that. Let's see. They burned homeless junk. They protest. 800. That's a good amount. I know people that are making like I know people. The Goon Squad is probably making like 70 grand a month on YouTube. So like 800 bucks is like nothing. How do you think they buy all the Ferraris and Lamborghinis and build shops and stuff? I mean, like Cletus, he's probably making that much money a month on YouTube. Teach grandma to edit. My grandma literally, she would probably learn how to edit videos and do all that stuff for me. If I was like, "Hey grandma," I was like, "You wanna help me with this?" She'd be like, "Hell yeah." But I don't know. More poly wheels. Yeah, I'll just start a channel that's called Poly Wheel something and just like throw poly wheels on random shit and that'll be the channel. And it'll be like that one guy that does the what's that stupid guy that whistling Dixie dude. He like throws the dumbest wheels on stuff and he almost kills himself half the time. I'm sure that's why people watch it, but it's he gets crazy views off that stuff. It's just surprising. 90s truck builds. Are you gonna put more episodes on the Turbo FC? Yeah, I'm gonna probably do an episode tomorrow or the next day. Let's see. No more new builds. Finish stuff I have. I am starting to finish some stuff that I have. Let's see. Thought you must have got a job. Now I'm definitely, definitely. It would be nice to have a job. I mean, it's a different feeling not getting a check. Am I gonna paint the FC's front bumper soon? I mean, if I paint the bumper, I'd have to paint the car, so I'll just wait and paint the car eventually. Most challenging builds so far. I mean, they're pretty much all the same. They just how I do builds, I just kind of do them little by little, like the Hellcat. I just kind of you just work on something until it's done, and then you just move on to the next thing and keep doing that. It's pretty much the same with anything. I could work on like a spaceship, and I'd pretty much do the same thing. The beard is looking good. I know I haven't. This is like 2 weeks of beard, and I've been wanting to cut it off because I do not like when it starts to like curl on my lip. It's irritating. What are you getting the FD wrapped up? The FD, I don't know. I thought I was gonna already have the flanges for the jig, and I haven't gotten them yet. So hopefully they come. They're supposed to be on DHL, but I don't know where the hell they're at. So hopefully they come soon so I can get them turbo manifold on it, the exhaust done, like I've said before. That's pretty much all I'm waiting for. I have everything else. Hello from Reno, Nevada. Yeah, I mean, I've been working on I've been working on cars way longer than YouTube. I used to do so much crazy stuff when I was in high school. If I would have just recorded it and uploaded it like everybody else did, I mean, I'd be huge. The crazy stuff I used to do was just like, I mean, when you're in high school, you don't care. I mean, there's like literally there's no care, and when you get older, it's like about to wreck. When you get older, you just like kind of, it's weird. It's like you get this weird sense of like not not wanting you to get. You almost like get the sense of like you don't want to get in trouble, you don't want to like get hurt and stuff, and then you just have to like throw it out the door to like do cool stuff. It's just weird. Super hyped about the FC getting exhaust. I was super hyped driving it with an exhaust. Hello from the UK. 2235 over here. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Have I had manual tranny daily cars? I think every car I've had except for this truck. And I feel like I've only had like 3 automatic cars. Okay. I'd say I've had under 10 automatic cars in my lifetime. Most of my cars are all manual. Just trim it. A spaceship build? I mean, literally, if my channel, so this is, you guys are gonna shit. So if my channel ever gets to like 1 million subscribers, and I'm making enough money, I've always wanted to build a spaceship. As crazy as that sounds, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that want the same thing, but I mean, we're just, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get into it because people are going to think I'm crazy. I just want to, it'd be cool to go to space. It'd be cool to like do stuff, but that's a lot of money, and I barely have enough money to build cars, I guess. I mean, they're expensive too, but that's a whole nother animal. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting an airplane though. That'd be cool. I was looking at airplane projects, but that's, where am I going to fly it from? I just, like cars, you can barely drive them on the street as it is. Let's see. Where's the Hellcat? It's at home. It's like super windy out today and gross, and it still doesn't have fenders and a hood because Dodge can't figure out how to ship them right. They put them in like a paper towel and try to ship them on FedEx, and they wonder why they get destroyed. Haven't noticed any FCs down here. 10:35 p.m. Oh, okay. 10:35 p.m. The good old 6.0. I was actually looking at buying a 6.0 couple. Actually, it was last night. There's one, but it's like super rusty. I don't know. I probably shouldn't. Maybe. I don't know. I buy stuff. I was actually looking at buying a Fiero too, but it's another one of those things. Buying another car. Love my channel. It would be a shame if you. Hold on. Whoa. Love the channel. It'd be a shame if I got a job. Thanks, man. Oh man, drag racing airplane. Keep grinding, Dave. You'll get there. Thanks, Kiro, for the $2. I appreciate it. East Texas. Need a Pantera still. Oh, if I could find a good Pantera shell that wasn't like, I mean, they're just crazy. How I literally knew of one in Minnesota that was just sitting in a barn, and the dude won't sell it now. He wanted like $5,000 for it, and I didn't know what they were at the time, and I was like, man, this is a cool car, but I don't have anywhere to stick it, and because I just like bought that stupid 240, and yeah, I wish I would have got it, because that would have been such a cool car to just update, because they're cool. They're just like, they look cool. I like, even if a car is slow, like the 3000 GT, it's slow, but there's just something about some cars. They look good. I mean, a Pantera, they came with like a V8, but it was kind of lame. I mean, they should have came with like a twin turbo V8 or like a, you know, a supercharged V8, and they would have been like such a like much better car. But um, I don't know. Eventually, maybe one day I'll find one in the barn. Yeah, 5 liter Coyote swapped twin turbo or supercharged Pantera. That'd be dope. Or a five. What is it? Are they 5.2s? Or I think they're 5.2s. The bigger ones. When charging Hellcat swap Pantera. Man, that probably only get like 10,000 views on my channel. It seems like YouTube's just cocking me. I don't know what their deal is, but my videos, if you so there's like a thing. So there's like your watch time, and then there's the views, and then there's this thing called CPM, or yeah, CPM. And for my videos, like the Hellcat videos or the FC videos, the FC videos actually do pretty well. I haven't posted one in a while, so I'm not exactly sure. Hopefully this one does well. But the Hellcat videos, they get like 10,000 views. But the thing is like the views are there, and the CPM is like, I think one time it was like 30 something. And usually if it's like 30 something, it means that YouTube's gonna start recommending it. And my graph literally goes up, 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 and then just plateaus. It's like they just like cut my videos off. And like even when the Hellcat was like the first couple of videos and they were doing actually really well, they're like getting like 60,000 views, it was the same thing. Like my videos were going up, and like every video was trending up, and I was actually like starting to, like my channel was starting to grow, and it was like YouTube just like cut it off. I don't know, their algorithm does weird stuff sometimes. It just like picks and chooses some random stuff. So I don't know, it's just a weird thing. I don't even think YouTube knows how their algorithm works. So it's just one of those things. Sometimes people get lucky, and I don't really get lucky that often. So let's see. There's bolt parts on clean cars. I know, I should just get like good cars, and then put bad panels from the junkyard on them, and be like, I bought this wrecked car, and then just bolt the old parts on there and be like, yeah, I finished this car in 2 days. And then people will be like, oh, this guy's a god. That's how YouTube works. So just so you all know. Oh shit, Ty's flagging my videos. Good evening from the UK. What's going on? And oh yeah. Well, so we've been on here for 30 minutes. What do you guys want to see in future builds? Let's ask you guys a question. RX-7 FC painted. I actually might paint CAD tutorials. Ooh, let's see. Hellcat versus Trevor Civic. See, me and Trevor will probably race, but the Civic's gonna win. The Hellcat weighs 4,700 pounds. It has heated and cooled seats, a heated steering wheel. It has navigation. The Civic weighs like 2,200 pounds. It doesn't have anything in it, and like, I mean, it's two different cars. I mean, the Civic's gonna win. It's lighter, it's all-wheel drive, it's just like more like power to weight. But the Hellcat, it's just a different feeling. Like the Civic is like, I don't know, it's fast, but it's like a fast that you kind of like, it's an overwhelming fast. Like, so there's I don't know how to explain it, but there's like two different kinds of fast. So there's like the Hellcat, it's a fast, comfortable car, you feel, you could do like 200 miles. It's like the GTR. You could do like 200 miles an hour in it and feel safe. The Civic is fast, but you feel like you're going to die in it. So it's like it increases how fast it feels, because it's just, I mean, it's just two different, it's apples and oranges. It's just two different things. Like safe, comfortable, fast, or like you feel like you're going to die is pretty much how you, I guess you can kind of explain it, because the Civic wants to like jerk all over the place. I mean, the Hellcat does too, but it's more stable. I mean, it has 305s, it's more aerodynamic, it has newer technology, all that stuff. So I don't know. Let's see. So what you guys say? Oh, FC painted. Yeah, I actually wanted to do the FC and the FC and FD the same color, but now that I have that spare paint from the original, the old color from the Hellcat, which I really liked that color, and the FC was already red, so I feel like if I painted the FC that color, it would look super dope, because it's metallic. It's kind of like, it's kind of dark at night, but it's really bright in the day. I think the FC would look dope in that color, but I don't want to paint the FD that color. It's just not, I don't think I think an FD would look good in it, but it's just not my style. I just don't think I would like how it would look. Let's see. Build it and you'll be here to watch. Hell yeah. Colorado collab videos. There's not very many people in Colorado that I mean, I don't really talk to many YouTubers. I don't know. 1950s Chevy or Ford truck build. So I was thinking about getting a Ford truck, an old one, but I don't know. The guy wants a lot of money for it, but it comes with a 7.3 in it. My grandma's landscape guy, one of his dudes melted a hole in his work truck that needs a 7.3, so I could pull the 7.3 out of that, get this rolled 14.67 and put the 6.7 in it, because I want a 6.7. That'd be tight. I mean, 6.7 is the best. So far, it's the best engine, hands down. The new technology in the diesel engines is just where it's at. OBS. No hate. Saw the FD pass the truck on the ramp once. Yeah, I guess that's true. I got pulled over in the FD too, but I was passing somebody then too. Yeah, I mean, I plan on actually driving the Hellcat quite a bit. I just need to have the state patrol come inspect the car, and once that's done, well, I need the fenders and the hood, but once that's done, I could actually get it registered and drive it. I don't need fenders, a hood, or a bumper for that. But let's see, would like to see the 3000 GT finished. Yeah, I'm probably going to do a video this week as well on the 3000 GT. The primer's been sitting for a week, so, and in the video I will show it. You can actually see where it has shrunk into the sanding scratches, so it's kind of that's why I waited a week. And then once I block it out again, I'll just fix, if there's anything left on it, I'll put some icing in it, and then I should just be able to high build it one more time, block it one more time, and then seal it, let it sit for like another week. That's the bad thing about painting videos, because everything is so spaced out. You have to let it sit. If you don't let it sit, if you look at, if people paint a car really quick, come back to it like a month or two later and look really closely, you'll be able to see all the sanding scratches underneath the paint. Let's see. Like to watch me fixing mowers? Hell yeah. Import cars from Europe. I was almost thinking about taking I mean, some people have already done it, but taking the Hellcat to Europe, because My mom's sister works in customs, and I probably could just get it through. But after hearing Adam's experience with shipping his BMW and it was all full of salt water and stuff, I don't know if I'd want to ship my car to Europe. But it would be cool because I could get it. I literally could ship it over there and it'd be in. Like, I'd just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna have it here for like. All right, well I'm back. Probably everybody left, but I'll keep going through these because I don't know what it did. It did something weird. Oh man, there's a lot of. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got going on. No hay, probably going on. An everyday driver build. That wouldn't be bad. FC Hellcat Red would be dope. Yeah, I think it would be too. 3000 GT versus Arc 7. I mean, they probably would be pretty close. Have the cars tuned by PFI. Yeah. None of my stuff's. Well, the FD's already tuned, and that's the only thing that is standalone. Couldn't afford to run those big motors in the UK. I mean, the Hellcat, the range on it, it's full and it says like 190 something miles. So I could see that when you're paying for gas by the liter. Rebuild an old tow truck. That would be bad. Hi from South Wales. What's going on? Air shipping. Yeah. Reach out to Max Jack for 48-inch 2-post lift for the shop. Let us know. We will spam their email with support. It's weird. I've never had a company contact me about like a sponsored thing or anything like that. I've always had to like message companies and be like, hey, you want to work with me? And most of them are like, piss off. And then I get some cool ones like the Dodge dealership up in New York, and then JAMA was pretty cool helping me out. It's just weird. I don't know. My brother just imported a 18 Challenger to the UK. Your reception is terrible. Now working again. Ooh. Stream buffered a while. Maybe they burnt down a cell phone tower. Lifted 1955 Beetle. Most of my regular viewers like the thoroughness. Yeah, that's pretty understandable. I try to do stuff pretty thorough. I don't like my stuff to be half-assed, and I think at the end of the day it pretty much shows, because I don't know, most of the time, I don't know, everything that I have, if I take it out, it usually lasts. I wouldn't say, there's always weird finicky stuff, but I really don't have to. I mean, the G35, I didn't technically drift it at every single event, but I mean, I literally put gas in it and drove it. I didn't do too much work to it, but everything I did to it was pretty, I mean, like, I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, I try to get everything nice and good, but there's always things that you can't foresee when fixing a car. Stuff inside that you don't see. And so what's the plans going further, Dave? I think I want to be able to support myself on YouTube, but I also want to be able to do cool stuff which I've been put like any money that I make on YouTube, I pretty much put back into the channel. So it's just one of those things. Hopefully it you know, the investment actually in the future works out and I could build cooler stuff. I I do have ideas. I mean, I just need a way to fund them. So eventually I'll be able to build like super cool stuff, which I can't build right now because I don't have the money to do it. And it's not Lamborghinis. I mean, I might I don't know. I don't really know if I was gonna buy a Huracan a long time ago, but I really don't know if I would actually get a Lamborghini. They're just kind of cheap. Like they're cool cars, but all the ones I've seen, they're just, I mean, they're just a car. They're just cheap. So I'd rather, instead of having a Huracan or something like that, I'd probably get like a old NSX or something. I don't know. It's just how I am. I'd rather, like even the Hellcat. The Hellcat, I probably shouldn't have bought it, but it was a good deal and it's a cool car. And I really, at the beginning, I was like, I didn't like them, but then they kind of grow on you and it's not that cheap. It doesn't seem like everything is pretty decent and everything is pretty well engineered. It doesn't seem like it's like a cheap like car. I mean, it's a production car, but it's not, and they're never going to be worth anything because they make like millions of every car. So what the hell's this guy doing? So, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, but maybe one day I'll be able to build cool stuff. US cars in the UK look huge. I mean, the Hellcat is a wide car. It's probably like semi-wide in the UK. We're alive sitting in the car just talking, right? Sounds like a video. You just. I don't even know what that means. All the Hollander numbers memorized too. I mean, I remember some of them still. I mean, I still remember some of them. I mean, nothing really haunts me. I just when I get home, when I have a job and I get home, I just like I'm home. I don't think about my job. I'm just like whatever. Tomorrow's another day. Medium-sized vans look big. I laugh at your wiring OCD. I mean, sometimes I can't handle how car manufacturers wire stuff. It's just sloppy. Car manufacturers wiring is sloppy. Even the Hellcat, the wiring is pretty nice, I would have to say. The one fuse box in the engine bay, it should be in the back with the battery, but otherwise the rest of the wiring, I mean, it's pretty tucked. You don't see much of it. So the Beetle gets 10 miles per gallon? What? That's, oh, the lifted one? Everyone spam the like button. Hell yeah. Do a daily driver rebuild and sell those. Um, so I did buy a car yesterday, but it's just like the neighbor girl across the street. They I don't know. I told them how to fix it too. It's just, I don't know. She's just like, I don't trust this car anymore. But it needed an oil pressure sensor. But she was like, yeah, the engine's blowing up. So I like went over there and I was like, does it start? She's like, yeah. And I started it and like, and it ran. And I'm like, I thought it was blowing up. She's like, yeah, it just shows low oil pressure. I was like, it needs a sensor. Just put a sensor in it. She's like, I don't trust it. So I just gave her money, and I mean, I'm gonna put an oil pressure sensor in it and clean it up and give it the good old cells. So I'll probably do a video on that. And it needs the front bumper. has a little scuff. I'll probably paint the front bumper and the back bumper. Oh man, look at that SC300. Damn, that thing's clean. Look at that thing. Damn, I need that. So yeah, I'll probably oh shit. Oh man. Oh, which way are we going? Yeah, so I'll probably do that. I wasn't even planning on buying a car, but it just popped up, I guess. But what do I think of the DIY gang Hellcat build? It was, I mean, it depends on how it drives. So the bad thing is, I don't remember how much of the car he cut up or if he what he used. But the thing is the cars are high strength steel. Like certain parts of the cars are high strength steel. The strut towers, the thing that goes across the firewall, and in a fire, that that stuff isn't going to be high strength steel anymore. It's going to lose all the tempering. So the fact is, and you have to like, I didn't want to weld the front support onto my Hellcat, and I'm glad I didn't. I did have the dealer or the whatever the body PDF from the dealership, and you have to use special welding wire to weld the high strength steel to the normal sheet metal. So I mean, it'll probably be fine, but will his car be able to handle 1,000+ horsepower? I doubt it. I really do doubt it. I feel like there'll be issues, and there might be issues with the welds. They may end up because it needs certain kind of welding wire to. I mean, it may be fine. Who knows? I mean, there's always a chance that something can happen. I remember he did some crazy stuff. I watched like a couple of videos, and I watched the videos and I was like, I don't know why people are mad when I talk in my videos, but yeah, it just seemed like he was going crazy. It did well for his channel because it was like everybody was like, oh, he's never gonna be able to rebuild his car, which I thought people were gonna be kind of like for mine, because my Hellcat, it wasn't burnt to the ground, it wasn't horrible, but it was a pretty destroyed Hellcat. I mean the front frame, I replaced everything. I mean, there's no way around it. Body shop literally would have had to section in a frame, which would have made the car weaker. So, um, yeah, I mean, he has a Hellcat. I mean, they're cool cars. They're fun cars. He put a lot of work into his. It's just, I mean, he did a good job. I give him props on it, but it's the whole fire thing on those is kind of a sketchy thing because you lose all the tempering in the metal. But let's see. Hellcats and other Dodges are so rare in Finland. Only seen a few Rams here. Man, it sounds like a good place to import mine to sell. What's a decent first project car to learn on? I mean, I would get something cheap and just go from there. And then as you learn, you can kind of work your way up. The one thing that I don't think I've ever said in a live stream. So when I originally, so I've always, when I was in high school, I always had one car forever. So I had, my first car was a Suzuki Swift, 3-cylinder Swift. It was slow. And then I had a Dodge Dynasty. It was, I mean, it wasn't bad. It had a huge dent on the door, and I probably could have just put a new door on it, but I didn't care. So I drove that around for a little bit for high school, and I think I drove the Suzuki Swift for like 2 months. I drove the Dodge Dynasty for like 2 months, and then I had a Subaru GL10 Turbo. I think I drove that thing for like 5 months, and then I was like, this car's cool, but it's kind of lame because you can't do anything to it, because GL10s were just like the first STI. They were turbo, they're kind of cool, they're manual, they had 4-wheel drive, but they're kind of just garbage cars. And then I got my first 240. Well, I had my first 240 for like ever. I had it from, I think from, I had it, what was it? Oh, like the end of the end of junior year of high school. So the end of junior year of high school, and then I had it like the first year of college. I bought my second car, which I never bought a car by myself, and I bought that like high horsepower Eagle Talon from an auction for like $1,000, and it was like the only other car I bought, and like buying that car was like, it was just a weird feeling, like buying a second car when you already had a car, but you didn't really need a second car, but you're like young, and I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. I still kind of like remember how I felt, and everything. It was just, and then I like went up to the auction and then drove it. Like I never like checked anything. I just like it started, it ran, it was like 500 horsepower, and I drove it back and I like checked the oil or anything. So I don't know. It was just weird. I mean, I kind of missed that car. It was fast, but it kind of, at the same time, I hated it because it was yellow. It looked like a piece of crap. And I mean, it did look like it didn't have any body damage, but, and then I ended up parting it out because it pissed me off. But yeah, that's usually the typical Mitsubishi experience. I ran a junkyard for 9 years. It was hell. Let's see. How's the Hellcat coming? Just waiting on the fenders and the hood so I can paint them. Most was a Dorner cord transported from the burnt one. Working on project cars is a challenge. Yeah, I mean, it is. Kept the firewall on the floor pan. Man, that's not very much of a burnt car. Am I still planning on going to SEMA? So I still am undecided. I don't know. I need to make a decision this week. I don't know if flying there is a good option now because tickets are kind of expensive and I don't have a hotel. So that's going to be kind of expensive. I looked up hotels last week. It was like $3,000 for a week for like the time to be there. I would have had to pay like $3,000 for the hotel. But then I had a subscriber hit me up and say he could like get me on his family plan. I still haven't, I still don't know if I'm going to go. The only reason I feel like I'd go to SEMA is to like hang out and go talk to Dodge and ask them why their shipping is like such garbage, because I mean, I'm 10 fenders and hoods into the Hellcat and I still don't have any. But I don't know, like SEMA is fun, but this year I don't really have a reason to go to SEMA. I think the first year was an experience. SEMA is like an awesome place, and when you go, it's kind of overwhelming. So you almost need 2 years. But like by the end of the second year, you're just like, well, this is a lot of the same stuff that I saw the first year. It's cool, but I mean, how many lifted bro trucks can you look at that can't drive, that technically can't even drive around because their axle angles are all messed up and stuff. So I don't know. I might go, I might not. I need to figure it out this week because I think it is next week or the week after. So we'll see what happens with that. But I kind of want to go, but at the same time, I feel like a week I could get more stuff done and make it a little bit more like more progress than going to SEMA. So sad about the Scat Pack. I'm sad as well about the Scat Pack. It just I don't know, that car could have been so much better. But if anybody knows of a cheap Dodge Magnum, a 2008 Magnum, let me know. DM me on Instagram. A cheap one though. A cheap one means is that it doesn't need to run, but it has to have a clean body and clean interior. But the cheap one's like $1,000. So I don't know why people sell those things for so much, because they're not really, like, they're all V6s, but yeah. Hellcats for 60K in the UK? That's cheap. Driving Suzuki Swift in the US is almost free. I mean, it was pretty cheap back then. I think gas was like $1.50 or something a gallon. Corollas cost 40K. Camry. What happened to Adam's 1J car over here? It's still here. It's in a shipping container. I was at Wendy's. It was good. Cheap. Well, it has been an hour, and I want to go work on. I don't know what I want to work on. It's like super windy. People are like, so people say that. Yeah, people say that like hurricanes are bad and stuff, but you come to Pueblo one time, and we have like 100-mile-an-hour winds sometimes with no tornadoes or no hurricanes, and they blow like roofs off buildings and stuff. But yeah, that's yeah, it's super windy right now, if you didn't notice. But that's gonna be the end of this live stream. Hopefully everybody enjoyed it. I enjoyed that, everybody that tunes in and watches and asks questions, listens to me babble, blah blah blah. I'm glad everybody that said they enjoyed the builds, because I really enjoy building them sometimes. I mean, it's cars. Working on stuff, you can't 100% enjoy it because sometimes it pisses you off, but I do enjoy making content in that people actually enjoy the content that I make. And yeah, so that's the end of the live stream. Thanks for tuning in, and I should have a FC video up maybe tomorrow. I'll have something up tomorrow. It'll probably be an FC video, but hopefully you guys enjoy that too, and see you guys tomorrow.